behalf of the Council of the City of Prince Albert and on behalf of the administration of the City of Prince Albert. This is my 6th report. Amazing how time goes by when you're having fun. My 6th report to the people of Prince Albert. And I am pleased to confirm that Prince Albert experienced another record year. By every form of measurement, our city showed itself to be robust, strong, and healthy while delivering exceptional services and programs to its listeners. So let's set the stage with our annual report card, a list of all the economic indicators. These are the stats that show how Prince Albert is performing. First, the Prince Albert District Association of Realtors. Well, congratulations, Realtors. You've just completed the biggest year in your history. Actually, 2 all-time records, the biggest December ever and the biggest year ever. City growth. Well, congratulations to our developers and builders. Another record year in a trend line of 5 consecutive years of record statistics. Residential's up 7%, commercial, industrial, institutional up 17%, and new business licenses up 31%. In fact, over the past 2 years, we've grown by 530 new businesses. What about 2012? Even at this early stage, a new bank, major addition to the women's jail, the $20 million new 60-bed Pineview Terrace, a family treatment center, new residential apartments and condos at 15 and 15th Avenue East, and further permits for Prince Albert Pulp Incorporated's multi-million-dollar conversion. And may I recognize the attendance today of Gord Kowalski, who is chair of the Prince Albert Parkland Health Region. In 2011, we also have seen a number of our First Nations groups achieve record business results, win awards, and invest more capital in Prince Albert and expand their businesses. Vice Chief of the Prince Albert Grand Council, Don Deranger, is a member of the Prince Albert Board of Police Commissioners, is the director of Cameco, and is also the president of a business called Points Athabasca Contracting Limited Partnership, which was recently awarded the 2011 ABEX Award for Aboriginal Business. Congratulations, Vice Chief Deranger. Western First Nations Hospitality Limited Partnership, whose head office is here in Prince Albert on Central Avenue, acquired its 5th Super 8 hotel this year. First Nations capital investments added over $15 million in new construction in Prince Albert for 2011. Northern Lights Casino, 5,000 square foot addition, Peter Valentine Developments Partnership, 2nd full-service Petro-Canada station on 6th Avenue East, and the Peter Valentine Cremation new offices for its Child and Family Services branch. Coming back to Central Avenue, I want to talk about Innovation Place's 2011 Economic Impact Study of the Forestry Center on Central Avenue in Prince Albert. It generated approximately $16.8 million to the city's economy and approximately $26.7 million to the provincial economy. Approximately 280 jobs in the city and 322 jobs in the province are attributable to the presence of the Forest Center. So, by the report card, looks like straight A's to me. So let's go on to other events in our community. It was August 28th, 2011, when Dr. Randy Friesen was canoeing on North Saskatchewan. He's the person responsible. Please stand if you're recognized. I'm delighted to welcome you here, Dr. Friesen, for many reasons. Probably the least of which is about that crack in the face. But it gives me an opportunity to thank you and others in your profession, sir, who contribute so much to our community. It's very seldom that our physicians and surgeons get to attend events like these because they're very busy doing what they spend their lives doing, and that is assisting others. And I want to thank you, Dr. Friesen, for your distinguished career as a surgeon in Prince Albert. You have served as the Chief of Surgery for the Prince Albert Parkland Health Region, leading the department and participating in the Health Region's Practitioner Advisory Council, He has been a leader in looking at ways to improve both access, which means really reducing wait times, and quality of care, increasing the quality of care for patients. Thank you sincerely, Dr. Friesen, for all that you've done and continue to do for our city. I'm wondering you about the last to arrive. Did you have dinner? Did you have lunch? Did you arrive? Okay, all right. Thank you. Well, shortly thereafter, we closed that bridge, that southbound lane of traffic, and it posed a 15-ton or 30,000-pound weight restriction. I think the city acted promptly and wisely in establishing these limits, but the reality is that these restrictions cost our business community millions of dollars in losses and added expenses. We must never let this happen again. And we do not need another example of how devastating a similar event would be. That is why it will be my mission and the mission of Council in 2012 to personally work with all communities in central and northern Saskatchewan, with First Nations leadership and all who have an interest, to present the strongest case for a second bridge to the provincial and federal government, and to get a decision once and for all on a second bridge, and preferably a timeline for its construction. Praise must be given. I think that's a worthy goal for all. Praise must be given to City Manager Robert Cotterill and Public Works Director Colin Innes for their work with the Minister of Highways in negotiating total repair responsibility for the Diefenbaker Bridge to the province as part of an urban highway connector program. This was done prior to the discovery of the damaged girder. You might say, with some attempt at humor, that it was a lucky break for us. The bill for that repair is going to be somewhere, I think, north of $10 million. And that's, I guesstimate at this point, could be more or a little less. Well, if the Diefenbaker Bridge was the most significant event, then the announcement of the purchase of the Prince Albert pulp mill was easily the most important. Without a doubt, this announcement will have generational impact, strengthening Prince Albert's economy. For the past 5 years, those of you who have been in attendance, you will know that I have spoken consistently of the potential of the Prince Albert pulp mill and the unique opportunity it would present, as Canada's great forest was located right here in Saskatchewan. As we speak today, the Prince Albert Pulp Incorporated is spending over $200 million in refurbishing and building a new dissolving pulp operation scheduled to open in mid-2013. The co-generating plant will commence supplying power to the grid in May of this year, and adding with that 21 employees. There is also the possibility that a chemical company may locate on the site to utilize byproducts created in the dissolving pulp process. The future of Prince Albert is inevitably and indelibly linked to northern Saskatchewan, its people, its forests, its minerals, and its waters. Over the next 20 years, $50 billion, and that's correct, over $50 billion of investment will be made in Saskatchewan for mining and related infrastructure. Well, diamond mining is very close to Prince Albert, and like many, we're anxious to see when the diamond mine will open. And everybody wants to know when it's going to happen. But let's get some perspective by remembering it's customary for a mining development project to take 20 years from discovery to development. And the first intercept of diamonds on the Star Kimberlite site was in the fall of 1996. So we're pretty much on schedule. And remember, our existing potash and uranium mines also took many decades to develop. One of the many milestones achieved by Shore Gold last year, the developer of the diamond project, was the publishing of a very positive final feasibility study, confirming that diamond mining east of Prince Albert would be economical and profitable. But before development can occur, environmental approval by the provincial government must be given. This process is well underway and almost complete, and things, I believe, are positive on all fronts. And finally, unlike other projects, this one can't be moved. It will always be very close to Prince Albert. It's going to be done, it will be done here. On the uranium front, it may come as a surprise, that 25% of Cameco's workforce comes from Prince Albert and area. Cameco alone is forecasting a 30% increase in northern employment over the next 5 years. And we are already benefiting from the uranium industry. And that industry, with the recent purchase by Rio Tinto, the world's third largest mining company, for 49% of Hathor exploration, for almost $750 million, gives you a pretty good indication of the future growth of this resource. As a side note, on February 15th, here in Prince Albert, we will hear directly from Cameco's CEO, Tim Gitzel, by the way, a Prince Albert boy, when he speaks at one of our chamber luncheons. So make a note of that, February the 15th. Adding to all of this, for the first time in over a decade, Saskatchewan's gold belt, stretching north from the Ronge, is fully claimed. And this will only lead to more gold exploration and then further developments. The Prince Albert Police Service, under the leadership of Chief Dale McPhee, raised eyebrows 2 years ago when a team of agencies, including educators, mental health specialists, social workers, RCMP, and police, traveled to Glasgow, Scotland to see firsthand how that community was dealing with rising crime rates, particularly among young, marginalized youth. Upon return, they created Community Mobilization Prince Albert. And this exciting initiative is a first of its kind crime reduction approach in Saskatchewan and Canada, and is being closely examined as a model for advancing community safety and wellness in our nation. The CMPA is a multi-layered, multi-partnered strategy, and it operates primarily through two distinct but complementary teams that have been established by these partners, the Hub and the Core. The Core was established on November 1st and has a full-time staff in support of the Hub working on longer-term systemic issues. The Hub, Core, along with other police and community initiatives, are all responsible for showing some promising overall crime reduction numbers for 2011. Crimes against persons, down 4.9%. Crimes against property, down 7.9%. And overall crime stats, down 11.3%. Prince Albert is proud of its police and proud of its police chief. Dale McPhee is the Canadian president of the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police. If you will, he's Canada's top cop. He was recently announced as Prince Albert's Citizen of the Year, and that event will take place here on February the 6th. Congratulations, Chief McPhee.